All right, so this week in Pax Day, we got notified by the devs that Discord was going to be now powering all in-game chat in Pax Day. Then they told us it was going to be coming in a patch coming out Tuesday of this week. Then it wasn't, then it was. Then it finally did come out on Wednesday, November 20th, with a whole nother patch that had a whole lot of improvements and changes based on the feedback that all of you have been providing since the launch of the Proving Grounds update back at the beginning of November. We are going to talk about the Discord implementation as well as the patch update with a lot of changes. I mean, a lot. I'm looking through it right now, and there are some actual important ones that we're going to pick out here. So you're going to want to make sure you tune in. But hello and welcome to all of you extremely professional consumers of Pax Day and Pax Day related content out there. I'm Altari, the professional gamer, and this is another episode of the PAX Friday Review, the show where we talk about all the fun, interesting, new, and exciting information that has dropped for PAX Day over the last week. I do have to apologize also just up front. You might notice that my voice is a little hoarse, might sound a little nasally. That is because I am coming down from a cold. I do apologize for the sound, but I'm never going to miss an episode of the PAX Friday Review, so we're just going to power the heck through it. And there is a lot to cover today. First and foremost, with Discord now powering all of in-game chat with Pax Day, who would have guessed it? Actually, I did over a year and a half ago, and that's why you should like this video, subscribe so you can get notified whenever we come out with new Pax Day related content, and share this video with any of your friends so they could get notified and understand how this game is getting developed and get some of the hot takes that we've come up with over the last year and a half, actually closer to 2 years, over 2 years now, I think. But either way, we might be taking a little bit of a victory lap today. We have a chance to do that every so often on the channel, but it was a while back where after looking at how Mainframe had been building all of this stuff up, it didn't really come that much of a surprise to me that Mainframe was planning a partnership with Discord. When I was just looking at the various Discord channels on my mobile phone and seeing how many users are in each of these channels and seeing how Mainframe was opting to go and do Discord stages as opposed to Twitch live streams and emphasizing players to get their Discords linked with their Pax Day accounts, to me, it sounded like they were building a use case with Discord to potentially get a partnership with them. And they were really trying to bolster and build their numbers on their community using Discord as kind of that tool and functionality. And now we kind of have some of the fruit of those labors. It looks like we now have Discord powering all communications that are going on in Pax Day. That includes the friends lists. We're going to talk about that in a little bit here, but I just wanted to say, hey, we told you. If you're watching, if you're one of our oldest members of the channel and you've been subscribing here for a while, you probably are not actually surprised by this update as much as some other people might be. And that is exactly why we're here, because we want to keep you informed and keep you in knowledge of the things and the intricacies of this game. And there's a lot of things that can easily be missed. So occasionally we miss some stuff on the channel too, but we're not going to miss any of it today. Let's go head over to playpaxday.com. We're going to talk about the Discord update, and then we're going to go hit some patch notes on the official Discord server. I'll see you over there. All right, for being under the weather, I have a whole heck of a lot of energy today, and I don't know why, but here we are on playpaxday.com, and we are going over Pax Day's chat system, now switching over to Discord. I think all in all, this is an incredible improvement. I wish more games would do this. Most gaming communities nowadays are focused around communications on Discord. 10 years ago, that probably would have been like Ventrilo or TeamSpeak. Right now, it's Discord, and there are so many different functionalities that communities use, including the communities that I'm a part of, like the Golden Company, the Golden City, the Monastic Order. These are all just different organizations of players in Pax Day alone. And this is something that is consistent across the industry where players are using Discord. If you don't have a Discord yet, you probably should make one, because Pax Day is now officially powered by Discord using all of their chat functionality. This is something that I'm incredibly excited about. Like I mentioned before, I had anticipated this was something that they were cooking for a while, just because all of the stars seem to align in a way where it would only make sense for them to try and have a partnership with Discord. And I think it's unlocking a lot of cool features for us as players. But let's just talk about what changes happened this time around. There's going to be obviously a whole lot of features that are going to continue to get added to Pax Day over time in the social areas in pertaining to their relationship with Discord. But first and foremost, now we do have zone chat. Normally in Pax Day up until this point, you had proximity chat, which was actually pretty close. You had to be fairly close to other people in the area in order to show up on their chat windows. Chat also would disappear in weird ways. It was bad. It was actually pretty bad. Now we get zone chat. This is incredibly great. It kind of ruins a little bit of immersion for me, especially if you're playing on like a more RP centered area or RP server. But zone chat allows you to communicate with all players in a zone. What is a zone defined as? Zones in this case are anywhere that you have to load into. So a home valley is a zone, the entire home valley. The wilderness just outside of that home valley is its own zone as well. A dungeon is its own zone as well. So all of these places are individual zones. It allows for massive improvements in communication. There's a lot of players that are actually playing. I triple dog dare you. Next time you go in to the game, type in zone chat, hey, how is everyone doing? I guarantee you're going to have people responding back. You're going to realize that the world is actually a lot smaller than you think it is. There's a lot of people that are playing, or there's at least a couple in each zone that you can get in contact with very easily now. Also, in terms of zone chat, I've already used it multiple times for public dungeon runs that the Golden Company puts on for members of the Golden City, or just anyone publicly walking by. And it's been awesome to be able to publicize that in zone chats from every step along the way. So from our home valley into the wilderness area or into another home valley as we traveled. And we actually picked up more and more people who wanted to join on in our adventure and make our way. In this case, it was to Pelopus, but it was really great. You also have friends lists. So this friends list is actually carrying over from what exists in Discord. So if you have a lot of Discord friends, then you have a lot of friends in Pax Day, and not all of them are actually people who own Pax Day. I think this should be updated and fixed in the future, where it only is people that you have added as a friend on Discord who own Pax Day or something to that nature. But you can also change your online presence, so you can show whether or not you're actually there or in game or not. And then we also have the ability to block or mute people, which is good too. There was a promise that we will also be getting some voice chat features getting added in the future. And that is something that I know a lot of people are excited about. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be proximity voice or how that necessarily is going to work. But in order to unlock any of these features, all you have to do is when you get in game, you have to actually get in game. It doesn't matter if you have logged in and done this on the Play Pax Day website where you link your account to your Discord. This, you have to actually link your Discord to your account when you have the game open. It's very simple. If you're already logged onto Discord, it'll basically say, scroll, read through all the terms of service and authorize. Once you do that, everything works perfectly. You don't have to connect a Discord account in order to continue playing the game and to still be able to chat. It just allows for all of these features like the friends list, your presence online, all of that stuff to work. And I would envision there's a couple of changes that are going to come in the future that's going to allow you to utilize more aspects of Discord and it being embedded now in Pax Day. So talking about that, what's coming next? See if a friend in a specific world. So this is going to help you actually find where your friends are so you can choose to join the appropriate world. Right now, your choices are pretty slim because there's only 5 servers, but either way, you'd hate to pick the wrong server, level everything up, and then find out that you have to go make a new character somewhere else if you want to play with your friends. Clan chat in Discord and clan announcement broadcast to the chat system. And those features, they're coming soon. What I hope eventually we're going to be able to get is the ability to have people join onto actual community discords from in-game. So a great example is the Golden City has its own Golden City public Discord. This is a community Discord that's managed by the Golden Company, but it's for the Golden City. Anyone can join it. Anyone can participate in it as long as they're nearby the Golden City or they visited us at least once in game. That's how they can get in. It would be great if Discord had a functionality where players could join that when they visit the Golden City, or it would allow them to see board postings from the city in there when they approach it, or something like that, where there's some more Discord functionalities that can happen and there can be more communications. Have maybe even an in-game chat that shows up in the Discord when you're not online, so you can still see what people are saying even if you're not in game, and you can communicate with them. And then, like I said, voice chat's also planned. So they had a bunch of frequently asked questions. Do you need a Discord account to play Pax Dei? The answer is no. You don't have to connect. If you do, great. If you don't, then don't worry about it. You'll be given kind of a random name. There's been some pretty funny ones. I think I saw like Unicorn Norwal was one of them. It was kind of hilarious. But then we also have, if I don't want to link my Discord profile with Pax Dei, you don't have to. Again, these are all things that are just optional. They're using the framework that Discord has provided them. Discord obviously is getting the benefit of more users, more functionality, and more user data and whatnot that they get. But if you don't want to use it, then you don't have to. So then how do you jump in? All you have to do is hit this sign in with Discord by hitting the cog, or you can do it on the main menu screen on the top right as well. If you have multiple characters, how does it work? It shows your actual username as a subscript underneath your character name. That's how you'll know who you're talking to, both in terms of whose Discord account you're talking to versus whose character. You can always choose to unopt from this, unlink your account at any moment, should you not like it. And if you're already linked online, you have to still link in game, and you can change your online presences. Here, this is what the actual connection looks like when you're linking. And then there's also some moderation that's going on with GGWP to have some auto text moderation. They seem to be a lot less stringent when you're in party chat or clan chat, but there's still some actual pretty heavy censorship and moderation going on in the main zone chat and local chat. Now, all in all, I think this is a great addition to the game. I think that there's going to be a lot of features that come from this in particular in the future that are going to be great. And I really look forward to some of the functionalities that we can unlock now that Discord, a tool that we've been using out of game so far, is now coming in game, and we'll be able to just increase functionality. And that's really great. Another important thing to note is that slash commands currently are not usable in game, probably because there's a Discord slash function versus an in-game slash function. So just know that that's something that they're working on right now. And hopefully by the next patch, we'll have an update. But congrats to Mainframe for this. This is actually a pretty big partnership, and it's just more validation that other companies such as Discord really see the promise in the community that Pax Dei is building and the need for these social tools to really be at the fingertips of all players. So that is the update there. Now we're going to switch over and take a look at the patch notes. I'll see you over there. All right, so here we are with some patch notes. Like I said, this patch did have the inclusion of Discord now powering all the chat that's in game. We talked about that already. Now for the world, they have added back oak trees. They should now be back in the biomes that you saw them before. And that's great. Now you can get your heartwood when you need to get it. So really happy there. They've also adjusted some PvE ruin geometry, fixed some respawn points in some specific locations, enhanced some graphics in some entirely too dark areas. I already noticed the change in that, so that was really great. They fixed some floating issues with various roadside fences and some other just general world areas. A really important one that everyone should know is that faction relics now drop in loot piles. This was confirmed by us already in game, where yes, you can get tattered sigils. It's pretty rare, but you can. You can also get all the other types of sigils, crystals, and everything else too. So the loot tables have been updated. This is great, and it actually makes those things valuable, which is awesome. Beehives are now dropping from all different types of trees. More pure iron deposits have been added in the PvP zone of Lyonesse. They fixed an issue where there's insufficient amounts of hides when you're killing animals and skinning them. Now it's almost like you're getting too much. They might need to pull that back a little bit. They fixed a lack of low tier hides as well for when you're a high level person doing skinning. Red cabbages have better meshes. They adjusted some brightness on meshing for glasses and stuff like that. And then also something for the crafting side is now they've added a recipe, a conversion recipe for stone and limestone to get sand out of it. That has been a really huge improvement. They've also done some rebalancing here to lower the crafting difficulty of leather bands and string and fine leather to 33 to ease your progression of leather working past 30 on your way to that max cap of 40, 41. They've also done a couple of other changes. They made a couple of available recipes on alchemy to show the correct recipe levels. They were showing incorrect for a while. They also removed the salad recipe for good. That's pretty sad. We've been staying pretty healthy with that salad recipe over the last couple of weeks. Then they also switched charcuterie and tailoring XP curves, so they made them a little bit more balanced in that way. They removed some duplicate entries from furniture and props. Level 41 arcane resistance potion now requires a vial in its recipe. That's really sad. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, they were either doing what they should have been doing, which is reporting it and then not touching it, or taking a lot of advantage. For some others where there was a high level poison resistance potion that didn't require the vial in order to make it. So you're able to get to level 41 a lot easier. They also renamed the Berserker mushroom to the Fly Agaric, sorry. For combat, some status effects now display in the player and NPC nameplates. This is a huge improvement to UI. Osric, if you're listening right now, great addition. Really well done. Everything where it's showing the timer on all the different effects and the status effects, that is great. It's made wonders in dungeons, wonders in PvP even. It's been a really great addition. They also added casting bars for summoning corpses, as well as teleporting to home and reviving. Fixed a couple of other issues. They added a notification for the teleport home ability when the activation is actually happening and it's prevented by a combat state. So you have to have a cooldown time. You can't be in an active combat state. If anyone's wondering what the combat state is, if you heal someone or you affect any type of combat, you're going to have a timer where you can't do certain actions, one of those being teleporting away. Next, for character, they fixed some animation issues with some head models in the character lobby. They updated some icons for several wearables and made them better reflect their appearance. They didn't actually add new skins, unfortunately, but they did change what they look like, at least in the inventory. They improved some frame rates for players when they are near multiple NPCs, created some new textures for the Lost Soul NPC. So that's going to be a continuous improvement there that they're doing throughout the course of the next couple of months, it seems. And then they adjusted some lighting for metal and some hide clothing and all of that. So all in all, they did include a couple of the asks that we had for balancing out crafting. That was really good to see them add those changes. I'm excited for what's to come in the future. And they did mention in today's post that they are planning to continue to iterate and make changes to what they made promises to make changes on based on player feedback. So let's go ahead and head over to the Discord to check and see what other updates we have. All right, so here we are on the official Discord, and today's post was additional crafting hotfix coming next week. So they know that some of the changes that we anticipated didn't make it into the patch that happened on Thursday, the 21st, but they said that they're coming in hot. and that they're planning on deploying it next week. Some of those include rebalancing the XP curves for a couple of things that would help you get back to what you were crafting previous to the Proving Grounds update. They fixed some issues where players lost access to some of the buildings. That's something that they're planning on adding. So like the different building pieces with carpentry, they're planning on giving access back. Increased limestone spawn so that you'll be able to level up to carpentry level 32 quicker. The iron pickaxe actually can now mine regular iron as well. Materials for cloth pin recipes are now easier to obtain. Added a conversion recipe for limestone into sand. So these are another thing that's going to be coming. I think I mentioned in the previous patch notes that that was a change. That change actually didn't get implemented. It's going to be coming next week. And then they also increased the stack size for sand, glass, and charcoal, or that's what they're planning on doing. And also changing up the drop rates for wool. So these are all coming. There's also now I think it's been trending, Blue Sky, which is kind of a Twitter alternative or an X alternative, is now having a Pax Dei account. So feel free to go over there and check it out. I'll have it linked down below too. But that is all that we have for this week. I can't believe I made it through. It's been like 18 pure minutes of just my throat on fire. So hopefully you all enjoyed. Leave a like for suffering through all the pain and not missing another PAX Friday review. We're going strong. I think we're on episode 80 or something today. So we're not going to miss one, I promise. But we also live stream every Tuesday, or we try to unless we're sick. So hopefully you can come and join us next Tuesday for a live stream. We're going to be hitting some dungeons, maybe doing some PvP as well. But that's every Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hope you can join us. If I don't see you, because next Friday is the Friday after Thanksgiving here in the States. So if I don't see you until then, I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving. You'll notice at the bottom of the channel now, we have 8 channel members. That was like the minimum required to have all of them recognized at the bottom of all of our videos. I am thankful for each and every one of you, you prosumers, entrepreneurs, and C-suite executive consumers that have helped out this channel to keep us growing and to keep us sustaining for as long as you have. I really do appreciate it. And I'm thankful for everyone, regardless of whether or not you're giving to the channel, helping out in any way that you can, just by watching, hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing with your friends. That is more than enough. I hope that you all get to spend some time with your family, with your loved ones, your pets, your animals, just your friends online playing Pax Dei, whatever it might be. I hope that you enjoy it. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. And there's a lot to be thankful for over the last year, but I'm just glad that we get to be playing Pax Dei right now. This time last year, we were only experiencing alphas and we had timed limits that we could actually experience the game for. Now we can log in and play whenever we want. So with that being said, if you celebrate it, if you're in the United States, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I will see you on the flip side. We'll probably also publish a nice little video saying thanks as well. To all of you channel members, thank you again for your support. All of our friends that are supporting us over on Twitch as well, thank you there too. But I hope you have a splendid weekend. Enjoy the new chat system, and I will see you in the next video.